Welcome back to Anime Vault. In part 1, we covered how Yuta Okatsu, a cursed boy haunted by the vengeful spirit of his childhood love, Rika Orimoto, was saved by Gojo Satoru and brought to Jujutsu High. Through training and battle, Yuta discovered his potential, learning to control Rika's overwhelming power. But as he grew stronger, a greater threat emerged in the shadows. Suguru Geto, the former friend of Gojo and one of the most dangerous Jujutsu sorcerers in history. Geto's plan? Launch a massive attack on Kyoto and Tokyo, known as the Night Parade of 100 Demons. Use the chaos as a distraction to steal Rika from Yuta. Now the battle begins. Let's get into it. The Night Parade of 100 Demons, December 24th, 2017, Christmas Eve. A night of celebration turns into a night of terror as Geto launches an all-out onslaught on Japan, unleashing thousands of curses across Kyoto and Tokyo. Jujutsu sorcerers mobilize across the cities. Nanami Kento takes on an entire army of curses solo, unleashing his black flash and slicing through enemies with surgical precision. Kyoto's sorcerers, including Utahaime, engage in desperate battles to keep the civilians safe. Panda, Maki, and Toge hold the line in Tokyo, taking on a wave of monstrous curses. But while the city burns, Geto makes his move. His real target is Yuta. Geto versus Yuta. The final battle begins. Back at Jujutsu High, Yuta and Rika sense something is wrong. That's when he sees him, Suguru Geto, standing alone outside the school gates. Geto smiles and steps forward, holding his massive black staff. I've come to take Rika. Without hesitation, Geto unleashes a horde of curses straight at Yuta. But Yuta isn't alone. Maki rushes in, taking on Geto head-on with her cursed weapons. Toge activates his cursed speech. Explode, sending curses flying. Panda transforms into his gorilla mode, smashing through Geto's defenses. But Geto is one of the strongest sorcerers alive. With a flick of his wrist, he sends Maki crashing through a building. He blocks Toge's cursed speech with ease, but neutralizing him. He overpowers Panda, leaving him unconscious. Within minutes, Yuta's friends are down, and now he's alone. Yuta versus Geto, awakening his true power. Yuta stands in front of his fallen friends, shaking with rage. You hurt them, Geto smirks. You don't understand, do you? Rika is too powerful for a weakling like you. Let me show you what true strength is. Then, Geto unleashes his ultimate technique. From his hand, he calls forth his strongest curse, a massive dragon-like spirit, roaring as it charges toward Yuta. But instead of running, Yuta steps forward. He grips Rika's ring tight and kisses it. Rika, give me everything. A dark aura explodes from Yuta's body, his cursed energy skyrocketing to unimaginable levels. And then, Rika fully manifests. But this time, it's different. She isn't just acting on instinct, she's fighting for Yuta. With a monstrous scream, Rika lunges at Geto's ultimate curse, ripping it apart in one strike. Yuta dashes forward, sword in hand, channeling all of Rika's energy into a single slash. Geto barely has time to react before slash! Blood splatters. Geto staggers back, his body torn open. But instead of looking angry, he smiles. Well done, Yuta. He knows he's lost. Gojo arrives, and Geto's final moments. Wounded and defeated, Geto stumbles through the ruins of Jujutsu High. That's when Gojo appears. They stand there, face to face, once best friends, now enemies. Gojo looks down at Geto's injuries, then sighs. You look awful, Suguru. Geto laughs, despite the pain. Yeah. Guess I lost, huh? Gojo doesn't say anything. Then he raises his hand. A moment of silence. Then, fade to black. We don't see it happen, but we know this is the moment Gojo kills Geto. The truth about Rika, Yuta breaks the curse. After the battle, Yuta sits with Rika's spirit, her monstrous form now fading away. And that's when Gojo tells him the shocking truth. Rika wasn't the one who cursed Yuta. Yuta was the one who cursed Rika. His love, his grief, his overwhelming emotions trapped Rika's soul, binding her to him as a curse. Horrified, Yuta breaks down, but Rika smiles. She touches his face, her monstrous form softening, her voice gentle. It's okay, Yuta. Thank you for loving me so much. With one final smile, Rika's spirit fades away, finally at peace. Yuta's new journey begins. In the aftermath, Yuta decides to stay at Jujutsu High, not to escape his past, but to honor Rika's memory and protect others. He trains harder, refines his skills, and ultimately becomes one of the strongest sorcerers in the world. And in a post-credit scene, we see him in Africa, meeting Miguel, the sorcerer from Gato's army, training for what's next. His journey isn't over, it's just beginning. Final thoughts: how this sets up Jujutsu Kaisen. With Yuta's story wrapped up, Jujutsu Kaisen 0 perfectly sets the stage for the main series. We see the friendship and rivalry between Gojo and Geto. Yuta's existence explains why Yuji Itadori was able to avoid execution, because Gojo saw the same potential in him. Yuta's return in Season 2 shows how much stronger he's become. And most importantly, Rika wasn't just a curse. She was a symbol of Yuta's love. And in the end, that love gave him the strength to let her go. That's the full breakdown of Jujutsu Kaisen 0. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to stick around for more Jujutsu Kaisen content. What do you think of Yuta's story? Do you think he could surpass Gojo one day? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.